think maps are some of the most interesting things in the world. So today we're going to be taking a look at some of the most interesting maps of the last year from the subreddit r/map word I'm not allowed to say yet because we're not far enough into the video. The word soda takes over. It is weird how people would just call fizzy drinks, they still do, they still just call fizzy drinks Coke in some parts of the US. And pop, what are you? Are you 8 years old? You can I have a glass of pop, please? Please, can I have a glass of pop? No, say, can I have a fizzy drink like a grown man? Fonts that countries use in their tourism board logos. Right, let's try and find the most interesting one. I think Italia is the best. I think Italia is the best one. Or Romania. That one's pretty cool as well. Now that the UK has agreed to return the Chagos Islands, I've never even heard of the Chagos Islands to Mauritius. We returned the Chagos Islands? No! The sun will finally set on the British Empire for the first time in centuries. That's devastating. I'm so upset about that, man. Where even are the Chagos Islands? Are they worth visiting? Alright, where are they? Images. Okay, right, they're in the Indian Ocean. What's the population of the Chagos Islands? Oh, is it basically just military personnel that are there? Oh, Chagos Islands were once home to around 1,500 Chagosians and indigenous people. However, the UK and US forcibly removed the Chagosan population between 1967 and 1973 to make way for a military base on Diego Garcia. The Chagosans were abandoned in Mauritius and Seychelles, where many live in poverty. That's sad. They should be allowed to return to the Chagos Islands now. World map true proportion continents. I don't like the way it's rotated. I don't like that at all. I know that's the way they look on a globe, but I don't care. I don't like the way they're rotated. It looks wrong. This is how it's supposed to look. Although that one is stretched a bit wide, I think. Is it illegal to cook? Oh, what? It is illegal to cook lobsters alive in the UK. That's woke nonsense for you. I thought that's just how you cooked. Why do we cook lobsters live? I'm gonna look that up. Why is that like a thing? Like you do it with crabs and stuff as well. All right. Why do you cook lobsters alive? Lobsters are often cooked alive to ensure food safety and to minimize suffering. I mean, boiling an animal alive doesn't seem a good way of minimizing suffering. Cooking lobsters alive destroys harmful bacteria that can cause foodborne illnesses. Bacteria can multiply quickly in dead lobsters and release toxins that cooking might not destroy. But you take them into the kitchen live, right? And then you just kill them and chuck them in the pot, right? The world in 250 million years. Wow, I can't wait to see this. What? A world map found in the lobby of a Chinese hotel. I mean, yeah, I think China is actually that big, you know, now that I think about it. Europe in 1444. I love old maps like this. This is so cool, man. Like, look at that. Like, you got the Ottomans there. You got Lithuania. Lithuania was massive. You got the no gay horde. And then you got the Great Horde. You got Sweden was big. There was no Finland. There's loads of little countries here. Wow. I bet they were all living in peace. Countries that drive on the left or right. Okay, it is. I think it's correct to drive on the right-hand side of the road. Even though in the UK, we do it on the left and, British people, typically, myself included, typically have a way of thinking our way is the right way of doing everything. I don't think so. I think if most of the world don't drive on the left, then the correct way is the right. Although when I went to Japan like a year ago, it did oddly make me feel at home. Just seeing cars driving on the same side of the road. It felt really strangely homely. Like, because most countries you go to, you don't see that. Where Airbnbs are fully booked next week. What happened? What was happening there? Solar eclipse. It was a solar eclipse. Cool. Oh, okay. Yeah, here we go. All right. The most popular browser, for some reason, parts of Asia and Eastern Europe absolutely loved Opera back in 2012. But it was a good split, you know, for some reason. People still loved Internet Explorer. Russia were well ahead with Google Chrome, and now everyone uses Google Chrome, except for what country is that? Okay, literally the only country in the world where the preferred browser isn't Google Chrome and is Microsoft Edge is Equatorial Guinea. That is pretty mad. I don't know why they use Google Edge. Google Edge? I don't know why they use Microsoft Edge. Oh, and the Safari. Okay, all right, yeah. Am I right in thinking that's Ethiopia? No, I'm not. That's South Sudan. Yeah, that's South Sudan and Greenland, I guess, that use Safari. It's a respectable choice, but Microsoft Edge absolutely is not. I don't think I know a single person that uses Microsoft Edge. The most common dream in every country mapped. Teeth. Oh, man, I hate teeth falling out dreams. They're horrible. Oh, they're absolutely horrible. I wake up in fear. Oh my God. I have some all the time. Well, not recently, but like a couple of years ago, I was having these dreams all the time where my jaw would just be locked open. Like, I'd just have a locked open jaw. horrible. Are these nightmares? Like most common nightmares. So it's just snow in Iceland. They just got like a nice one in Iceland. No, we dream of snow. Snake in Russia. What, they dream of getting bitten by snakes. I'm glad everyone is having you know, teeth falling out dreams, and I'm not just going mental, though. A lot of people dream about ex-relationships and pregnancy. Slovenia are dreaming about money. I respect it. Hustlers. Ethiopia, I guess, are dreaming about shoes. That's different. That's cool. Cutting hair, for some reason, in Libya. Okay, cool. You know, I prefer to have dreams about shoes and cutting hair than my teeth falling out and my jaw locking open. What? Countries where leaving your religion, apostasy, right, got that word right, cool, is punished. I did not even know that was a punishable offence anywhere. But apparently you get the death penalty in some parts of the world from converting away from your religion. I'm guessing it would be Islam. That's mental. That's insane. I didn't realise that was actually a punishable offence. Most common means of transportation to work by county. Okay. I mean, everyone in the States is driving. Except for New York City, I'm guessing that is. I'm guessing that's New York City, Manhattan, perhaps, where it's public transportation. Other than that, I don't think in like the main bit of the United States there is anywhere else that isn't driving. And then in Alaska, you got walked, respectable, and then you got a taxi cab in another bit. That's mental, isn't it? Because I feel like in the UK it'd be very much split between like walking, cycling, taking your own car, and public transportation. I don't think I know many people that get a cab to work though. Like I feel as though that's something you do if you're a bit of a high roller. Comparing US states to entire countries by GDP. That's so the entire California GDP is similar to that of the UK. You got Texas, which is similar to Canada. That's pretty crazy when you think about it. Like, just look at this map. I'm gonna let you just look at this map for a second because there's a lot to take in from this. It's a very cool map, though. I'm a big fan of it. I'm glad that the UK is the highest number. We've got the best sliver of America, I think. Well, definitely the richest bit of America. Popular local beer brands of Europe. No one drinks John Smith's. I'm sorry, no one drinks John Smith's. I'm going to look up British beer brands. I mean, I know it's a real, Tory beer brand. It's a little bit of a Tory beer brand. Brewdog. I'd say Brewdog is first of all better and probably far more popular than John Smith's. Beavertown as well. Again, it's another one that's a bit on the pricey side, but nothing. Honestly, no other beer except maybe a Guinness beats a Neck Oil. It's expensive, but I think the money goes a long way there. You can see where it goes. But in Ireland, of course, we got Guinness. Let's see what we got in Southern Europe. We got Peroni, got Mythos Classic. FA's Classic. These three regions make up 50% of the world GDP. I mean, that does make a lot of sense. That does make, a lot of sense. Because, a lot of the old financial activity happens in New York, London, Tokyo, and China. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Most popular soda in every European country. Does this count Coke Zero? Because full fat Coke is horrible. Okay, it is. It's disgusting. It is so horribly sugary. Like, it is genuinely disgusting. The Ivy League universities of the USA. It's mental how they're all in, like, just one place. Like, all the good universities, most of the good universities are just in one place. I only found out recently how expensive university is in the United States. It's like tens of thousands a year, if not hundreds. How on earth I'm gonna look up how much is college in the USA per year. Okay, so it's $27,000 per year, which is, if you're in state, which is still insanely expensive. Like in the UK, it's $9,000 a year, and it's probably going to go up at some point because it's been the same for like ages. It will probably go up because of inflation. But if you're out of state, you have to pay $45,000 per year. Private non-profit university students, but what does that even mean? Pay $58,000 per year? What is the point? What is the point? Like, unless you're training to be like a doctor or a lawyer or something that like actually requires a degree, what is the point in going to university in America if you're paying that much? Even the $27,000 or whatever, that's a hell of a lot. Because you got to pay for your accommodation and everything as well. That's a hell of a lot of money. Countries which have capybara. South America has capybara. And a lot of countries have capybara in a zoo. I was so dead when I went to. I know I'm bringing up Japan again, but when I went to Japan, I went to. They have like animal cafes where they just have like animals you can like pet and stuff. And I went to one because it specifically advertised capybaras. And I went in. And I was like, oh, where's the capybara? Will I be able to I'd say spend some time with the capybara, but that sounds like it could be interpreted pretty dodgy. But I was like, oh, where's the capybara? And she was like, oh, I just pointed to a picture. It was just a picture of a capybara with a rainbow behind it, and it just said like R.I.P. I was like, oh fuck, the capybara's died. And I was trying not to laugh because it was just such like a blunt. Oh, I wasn't expecting it. I almost laughed, but I held it in. I kept it together. What are kid-friendly curse words in different European languages? Chips! Oh, chips! Chips! We got flip, feck, iron nails, peach, fat, Turkish delight. That's a very long one. I guess they say rahat. Cabbage, Wednesday. What does that? Wednesday. Chicken, chips is the best one. Chips! Chips! Chip off! By the cave. What? Christianity in the Middle East. I'm surprised this area has that higher population of Christian. I guess it's because there's a lot of like immigration to these places now because like the jobs pay high over here. That's probably it, but still that's pretty high considering we just saw there's like a death penalty from converting. Every dot is a football in brackets soccer pitch. I'm honestly surprised there's not more in the UK. Like it's very dense around here. And also in Spain, I guess a lot of it is kind of like dry and arid, but like in the UK, I would have thought there'd be more. Virginia's territorial claims over the years. Oh, poor Virginia. They've just been beaten into this tiny, pathetic area. They used to be big. They used to be grand. They really fell off. Comic map of Europe 1871. I have no idea what what any of this is really supposed to mean. But why is this one so massive? I mean, that's not in modern language, so I don't know. But he's eating a bone. They're calling the British poor or something. Alabama, because people were moving over to the States, weren't they? Okay, the more I look at this, the more I feel as though it's like, quite offensive, like a lot of the imagery on here. Continental maps of the world if all the ice melted. Oh no, not Florida. No. Where will they put Disney World? Africa other than this bit here and a little bit here, it seems to be okay. It seems to be in better shape than the US at least. The US has been decimated. See how Europe's faring. Okay, well, yeah, I'd be dead underwater. That's not good. A lot of Europe is the most damaged here, I think. A map of European supermarkets. Okay, you got Tesco's in Poland, Czech Republic. Oh man, my geography's failing me here. What's that other one? Slovakia and Hungary. That's interesting. Although the best one I saw, I went to Iceland. And I saw an Iceland, like the shop Iceland. There's an Iceland in Iceland. I was very happy when I saw that. It made my day. Literal names of countries. Canada is what? Oh wow. Okay. Yeah. I mean, it sort of does. I'll pull up the definition here. Yes, the name Canada comes from the Huron. I'm gonna butcher that. So I'm not gonna try. Word Kanata, which means village or settlement. That's cool. I like that. In the navel of the moon. That's very poetic. Mexico, very poetic indeed. Red dye wood for Brazil, quite specific. Land of the Angles, I knew that one already. I knew England was land of the Angles. Land of the Scots. Land of the Foreigners is Wales. I thought, I for some reason, maybe they saw a whale or something. Land of many rabbits. That's nice, Spain. I'm happy for you. Just land. Finland is just land. Iceland, very simple. Iceland. Good. Creative one. I think we'll leave it there because that was a really, really interesting one to end on. Like and subscribe if you also love maps.